Hi there, everyone. It's Jeff C. It is Sunday, October the 13th. I'm coming back today with this story that I've reported on a couple of times before. Many of these major things are always connected, and there's something going on. I put up a video the other day. Now, going back, the video that I first put up regarding this story was the one that covering InfoWars regarding the false flag, nuclear false flag that could have been imminent or could still be imminent. If you recall, Senator Graham, well, it started with the InfoWars reporter, Anthony Gucciardi, I believe that's his name here, this fellow, and saying that he spoke to someone in the Dias Air Force Base from Texas who was high up and had knowledge of a secret transfer of a nuclear weapon. At least one nuclear warhead was transported without papers being signed or anything out of the Dias Air Force Base, and I think they had information saying that it was going to Charleston. Then we had Senator Lindsey Graham, who came out and warned, which was rather ominous when it came a day or two after this story first broke, that there could be a nuclear attack on Charleston Harbor. So that kind of kicked a lot of things into high gear. I put up my video in response to it saying, well, if anything happens, people should know in advance that things were going on. Then, of course, just the other day, I reported on how there was a purge happening in the Pentagon, and there's no doubt about it. Several generals have been fired, commanders, and just over a short period of time. We haven't seen this in a long time, and to me that means something is going on. And then the question is it about what's going to happen in the future? Are they moving people out who won't play along, or is it because of something that has already happened and these people were moved out because they wouldn't play along with the game? This is off Story Leak here, and off October 11th here, and there he is, Anthony Gucciardi is reporting top nuke commanders fired following missing nuclear warheads report. Two of the top nuclear commanders within the United States have now been suspended and fired following the exclusive high-level leak report by Alex Jones and myself regarding the secret and unsigned nuclear weapons transfer at Dias Air Force Base to South Carolina. Disturbingly, the high-level suspensions from top generals within the military establishments are not the only red flags to follow the leaked story. Even though it was announced that the second highest nuke commander in the United States was suspended on the same day of the secret nuke transfer just weeks later, it was Senator Lindsey Graham who went on record hours after our report to say that a nuclear attack could come to South Carolina in the event that we did not move militarily against Syria and Iran, pushing even harder to actions against both Iran and Syria. This alone generated hundreds of thousands to view our video reports and millions to examine our reports, which had immediately gone from concerning high-level military intelligence to an international topic. But now, even after we had Lindsey Graham warn against nukes, I'm going to make this bigger because I'm having a little bit of trouble seeing it, warn against a nuclear strike in the exact region we told you the nuclear warheads were being transferred without a paper trail. We have the absolute highest level military nuke commanders being removed. But what's more, the terminations were not meant to be leaked, especially not the fact that the suspension of the number 2 in command was issued on the exact same day of the nuke transfer. If that's true, that's pretty crazy. I mean, they suspend this guy the day that this story is going on, that the nuke was transferred. From report in the Daily Mail over the suspension of the second highest nuke commander in the country, we read how the commander was suspended on the exact same day as the transfer. Here's the quote. Coons said Strategic Command did not announce the September 3rd suspension because Giordani remains under investigation, and actions on Keller's recommendations that Giordani be reassigned is pending. The suspension was first reported by the Omaha World Herald. It also revealed in the mainstream media reports that the government did not want these suspensions and firings to go on record, and that it was an anonymous government insider who provided the leaked emails to the Associated Press. Quote here, an internal email obtained by the AP on Friday said allegations against Kerry stem from an Inspector General probe of his behavior while on an unspecified temporary duty assignment. The email said that the allegations are not related to operational readiness of the ICBM force or the recent failed inspections of ICBM units. There's all this stuff going on. Intercontinental ballistic missiles is ICBM, just in case you don't know. So this guy's getting fired, but it has nothing to do with his job, which is just crazy, right? What this means is that the Nuke commanders were terminated behind the scenes in a move that was not meant to hit the public eye, especially not the fact that the second in command was fired on the same day of the leaked Nuke transfer. More importantly, shedding light on the secret transfer of the nuclear weapons and the numerous red flags that provide its validity is key in stopping the psychopathic control freaks in the government from going through with Graham's warnings of a nuclear explosion that would lead to a war with Syria. The highest level generals have now installed a new commander, Pentagon Air Force Commander Jack Weinstein, who may be willing to do the bidding of the higher-ups that the previous nuke commanders, two nuke commanders, would not. It's pretty troubling to hear this stuff. When I reported the other day that all these firings were happening, to me that is a huge warning. There can't be a coincidence that the number 2 guy in terms of controlling intercontinental ballistic missiles was fired just 2 days after one of the other top generals was fired from the Pentagon. And then several other firings have occurred as well. It's a whole list of things that have happened in a short period of time that coincide with the InfoWars leak. Now, I still don't know. I don't know. I haven't seen concrete proof that this story regarding the nuke being moved is 100% true. I haven't seen that, but nonetheless, all these things make one ponder whether something big underneath the scene is going on. Now, then I'm going to move to this, and I'm going to put a word of caution here because I don't want to scare people. This is off the European Union Times, and the title here being, Obama ousts top officers after nuke explodes in ocean instead of Charleston. A shocking new Main Intelligence Directorate, GRU, report circulating in the Kremlin today states that President Barack Obama, while in a rage, ousted 4 of the United States' top-ranking military officials after they refused to detonate a nuclear device in or near Charleston, South Carolina this past week, and instead exploded it off the Atlantic coast. According to this report, the Strategic Missiles Forces Command, SMF, notified both President Putin and the General Staff this past Tuesday, the 8th of October, that at 1:58:11 Greenwich Mean Time, an atomic device was exploded in the seabed off the U.S. Atlantic, barely 1,000 kilometers, 620 miles from Charleston, causing a 4.5 magnitude earthquake measurement that MSF experts equate to being a 1 kiloton yield, which is equivalent to the power of 1,000 tons of TNT. So this is the earthquake report for that particular earthquake that happened here. I'm going to put the links for this below. And what they're saying is that because there was no build up to the earthquake, it just all of a sudden happened suddenly. it doesn't fit the pattern of an ordinary earthquake. So more on this story here. This report notes that SMF experts are able to differentiate between earthquake and an atomic blast in that the ground starts shaking slowly as plates slide against each other, and the seismic activity picks up as the ground really starts to move. In an atomic explosion scenario, however, the initial blast is extremely powerful, and the subsequent shaking of the ground grows progressively less severe, as was the case with the October 8th blast. So according to this, that the pattern fits that a nuke would have been exploded instead of an actual earthquake. The particular atomic device used, this report continues, was a B6111 nuclear bomb low-yield earth-penetrating nuclear weapon, otherwise known as a mini nuke, which was deployed by Clinton administration in the post-Cold War era, but had been rejected for deployment by Presidents Carter, Reagan, and Bush. The B6111 can penetrate and detonate below the Earth's surface, creating massive shock waves capable of destroying underground targets. In tests, the bomb penetrates only 20 feet into dry Earth, even when dropped from altitudes of 40,000 feet. But even this shallow penetration before detonation allows a much higher proportion of the explosion to transfer into ground shock relative to a surface burst. Critical to note, this report says are that many warnings to this atomic blast were given prior to the 8th of October, including a highly influential InfoWars website, who on September the 3rd reported, a high-level source inside the military has now confirmed to us that Dyess Air Force Base is actively moving nuclear warheads to the east coast of the United States in a secret transfer that has no paper trail. So as I went on before. Many other reports, like they talk here about more about the source that the InfoWars had, and then many other reports of an impending event engineered by the Obama regime to cause chaos in the United States. We had likewise reported in our reports, Pentagon warns to expect radical change in the U.S. government soon, and Obama retreats to secret bunker as big event draws near. In the aftermath of the Obama regime's failed false flag nuclear attack on Charleston, GRU analysts in this report say was the president's unprecedented outing of Americans' top two military nuclear commanders, U.S. Navy Vice Admiral Tim Gardenia, and U.S. Air Force Major Michael Carey, and two of the U.S. Marines' top officers, Major General Charles M. Gurganus and Major General Greg A. Sturdivant. Admiral Giordano and General Carey, this report says, were ousted by Obama due to their being the officers responsible for leaking the information about this impending nuclear attack on Charleston to Generals Gurganus and Sturdivant, who in turn began leaking this information to various global sources, including InfoWars and France's highly respected defensa.org. Anyways, I don't have much time left here to say anything more. I just want to put a little bit of caution, because there isn't really concrete proof on this page of these actual action. Well, we know that these people have been fired and all this stuff has been going on. We still don't have anything beyond the InfoWars secret source that they had high up. The guy there, Anthony, swears by it, says the person has delivered consistent information before. I'm out of time. I'm going to come back and look at this. Leave your comments below, and all the best to you. Thank you.